Hey, dummy, why did you tase him? Why did you tase him? Why did you tase him? He wouldn't listen. He wouldn't listen. Why did you tase him? What's up, guys? I don't even know what I'm doing here. This video is by News Now, Colorado. Cops make $175,000 mistake tasing protester. Candiati Wade versus Commerce. I'm already subscribed. There, I just clicked the bell. Versus Commerce City. News article, legal documents, Eric Brandt. Support me. This is basically about Eric Brandt. This is why I got published this video. I just talked to him from the jail, and I'm going to play the phone call right after I totally interrupt this video by News Now Colorado. So if you want to watch it uninterrupted, go to News Now Colorado, and let's roll.
Happy fucking Cops Day. I didn't get
Happy fuck the Cops Day right away, Eric.
the memo on it. No. I thought I would have gotten like a calendar invite or something.
Well, it's every day.
Would you mind just lowering that for me? Would you mind lowering it for me? I don't want it used as a weapon against me, okay?
Oh, cops planning already. Look at this banner, man. Eric, I feel much more comfortable when you have shoes on, brother. But whatever. I understand. And you got bigger nuts than me to go barefoot. I'm a wussy when it comes to that stuff. But look at these banners he makes. They're so intricate. It's got like a swimming pool floaty on it. It says, fuck bad cops. It says bad cops. I guess that's some pig something. The actual star of this video is the guy on the right, but of course Eric is front and center.
I'm going to use it as a
Would you please lower it down for me?
well to stay clear of me.
Okay. Gentlemen, we need to talk for a minute.
He said you can steer clear. I mean, you won't have to worry about it.
Okay?
Am I a suspect
Here's the
in
thing.
crime?
Yes, you are.
Which crime specifically am I a suspect?
Trespassing.
Trespassing.
You have been asked to leave the property. Okay? Right
So
now
I'm
you are
setting this down so
perfectly.
it's not a weapon.
Awesome. I totally
Let me
appreciate
advise
that.
you that this is public property.
Actually, this is private property that you're on
Oh,
right
it
now.
is?
It is.
Who owns it?
The Adams County government.
The Adams County government. Oh, I forgot about his name. Didn't he run for president? No, he's not a person. It's the public. What the fuck is wrong with you people?
I'll watch that again.
Sir?
No. The Adams County government. Oh, I forgot about his name. Didn't he run for president? No, he's not a person. It's the public. What the fuck is wrong with you people?
Sir?
No.
That's a good question, Eric. This, again, public buildings, this is what governments and people who work for the government hate, the fact that people can assemble and say stuff, and everything Eric is doing, while would be annoying to the quote-unquote normal person, is perfectly legal. And that's why he does it. And that's why he dresses in bright neon. Eric, you're the man.
No justice, no peace. Fuck the police.
Keep an eye out all the way around, please. You've been asked to leave the property.
Yeah.
You are now committing trespassing. Okay? That's all we're asking you to do, is to leave the property.
I need your card.
I will give you my information when we're done.
No, you're
Okay.
giving it to me now.
No, I will give it to you when we're done.
Before you take any
It's
official action.
it's Officer Dickey right here.
That's what your thing
Badge
says.
number 2905. Okay.
So, Mr. Dickey, why are you removing
It's Officer
me from
Dickey.
public prop? No, it's Mr. Dickey.
I'm removing you from private property because you were asked to.
Private property. Again, police, don't be Dicky. Don't be dumb and Dicky like Mr. Dickey. Public buildings are public property. We're sorry you don't like people like Eric, but too fucking bad. That's not your job. Your job is to keep the peace and be objective.
leave this property, yes.
Do you see any posted signs? No, this is a building open to the public.
Did you,
it is
sir?
open to the public right now. Consent to inside lawful seizure!
So I'm sure they finally got them to leave under threat. Eric's yelling the whole way. His buddy only is half super safe with the top half of his body being neon.
No justice! No peace!
Gentlemen,
Fuck!
I need your ID, please, so I could write you a summons.
You will be willing to write me a summons?
Yes.
Outstanding.
I need your ID also, please, sir. I don't think that's gonna happen. Okay, I'm gonna.
Eric's like, oh, I'll give you my ID and then I'll embarrass you in court, record the whole thing, embarrass the judge, embarrass your department. This is where the race starts. He's like, I need your ID.
Place you under arrest then.
You are not placing me under arrest. You have no right to.
You are not placing me under arrest. You have no right. And now
Come here. All right. Taser. Got it.
as Blue Waffle turns the corner, he reloads his electrocution device. There is a second officer. Now, running full speed, left-handed, with his left hand, shoots a taser at a guy in the back while he's crossing a road where there's traffic. Not dangerous at all. Rounding up the bend. It's not dangerous.
He's under arrest. For what? For trespassing and for disorderly conduct.
Let's go back. That was fun.
Look right now. Consent to this unlawful seizure.
The guy on the right, his name is Josh. Eric's yelling as usual, no justice, no peace, fuck bad police.
I need your ID.
This guy can't leave well enough alone. They left, they went to a public sidewalk, now he's got to escalate. Josh ain't having it.
I need your ID also, please, sir. Okay, I'm going to place you under arrest then.
You're not placing me under arrest. You have no right to ask for any.
And they're off. Blue Waffle stumbles out the gate, but quickly catches up because Green Josh is hit with the taser, but doesn't face him. He's still a couple of lengths ahead. Blue Waffle now reloads. He is turning the corner now on the backstretch. Now he's joined by left-handed Blue Eagle Waffle. Blue Eagle Waffle shoots with the left hand in oncoming traffic. Shoots a protester in the... Okay. I'm like ruining this video, but whatever. So you're going to see here, this sergeant shows up on the left-hand side here. Josh actually got hit in the arm. There's several angles of this, so here we go.
He's under arrest.
For what?
For trespassing and for disorderly conduct.
Public property, dipshit! What the fuck is wrong with you?
When he
He's on public property, dipshit. What the fuck is wrong with you? So, people think I'm bad. Eric is just tearing this guy up. And the sergeant, unfortunately, has to tell him the truth.
he's in front of the business, yelling fuck everybody.
That's not public property. It says
Well, sergeant says public property while Eric is giving him the business.
fuck cops! You wanna know why? Because cops like you keep fucking!
And he refused to give me his ID, which he's required to do.
For what?
So I could issue him a citation for trespassing.
It's not trespassing.
It's not trespassing, Dickie. Your feelings being hurt doesn't equal illegal. You understand this, policeman?
They kicked him out of the property.
Fuck you! Fuck you!
There you go. Had to get that cut off from the hospital. I guess this guy won $175,000 from this lawsuit. Good for you, Josh. Good for you. They didn't let... All right, let's watch from Eric Brandt.
Let me advise you that this is public property.
Actually, this is private property that you're on.
Oh, it is?
It is.
Who owns it?
The Adams County government.
The Adams County government. Oh, I forgot about his name. Didn't he run for president? No, he's not a person. It's the public. What the fuck is wrong with you people? It's unlawful seizure. No, justice. No peace. No, please. What are you placing him under arrest for?
This cop's like, you stand right there and you let my partner chase down and try to electrocute your friend here. You understand? It's in hot pursuit. And I haven't seen nothing this entertainment in a while. Go Josh. And the occasional smoke. I don't even know how that song goes at this point. Just start over. Go Josh. He's running like he's in the Olympics about to hand the baton off. This guy's running in the Blue Waffle Olympics. He's trespassing in a public place which is private. You understand? Public places is private, Sarge.
You need to relax.
Stare him down, man. Stare him down.
It says fuck up. You want to know why? Because cops like you keep...
Eric! I feel like every time I watch Eric Brandt videos, I feel like Ray Liotta in the shower after he's listening to the radio of how they pulled off the Lufthansa heist. And he's like, Jimmy! And he's slapping the shower wall. When Eric goes off on cops, I just want to be like, Eric! I want to go in the shower and slap the wall and scream Eric's name. No hetero. I mean, how's the hashtag? Anyway, I'm about to play you the phone call from Eric in jail. Eric's in jail because he had the audacity to put chalk on a sidewalk and wrote things that the police didn't like. One of the arresting officers raped a woman, and he got 90 days in jail. So, listen to the phone calls, peace, tranquility, all that good stuff.
You have a call at no expense to you from
Eric Brandt.
Yay! Hello.
Eric.
You have a call at no expense to you from
Eric Brandt.
Yay! County Detention Center. To accept this call, press or say 5. To refuse this call, hang on. This call will be recorded and subject to monitoring at any time. We're using IC Solutions. You may begin speaking now.
Good morning.
Commence speaking.
How are you?
Hi, Mr. Eric.
I hope I'm on time. I didn't negotiate time zone with you.
You're perfect, sir.
Awesome.
How's it going?
So how's life on the outside?
I'm sure it's better than in there.
I'm sure it is. So I've been trying to make sure that I give everybody a call that I had numbers for. So I'm trying to do one call a day so that I still have calls by the end. So
what's going on there?
Well,
I can't log into the kiosk and order commissary, and they don't know why, but suddenly I stopped being able to do that after I filed a grievance.
Okay.
Isn't that curious?
What's the grievance?
The grievance was that I don't have access to the Colorado Model Jury Instructions on the law library. And I don't know how much you know about court, but those are the actual instructions that are given to jurors when they go to deliberate your case.
Okay.
And since I have a trial coming up, I need access to the Colorado Model Jury Instructions.
Okay.
So I filed a grievance that I don't have access to the Colorado Model Jury Instructions, and by the next morning, I could no longer log into the kiosk.
So is that normal for them to play stupid games like that in the jail? They got biased?
Say that again?
Is it normal for them to do stupid stuff like that in jail?
I think it's pretty much my experience that it's normal for people to do stupid stuff to inmates while they're in jail, yes.
Am I understanding right that one of the cops that arrested you actually raped a woman?
Yeah. His name is Curtis Argenbright.
Curtis Argenbright.
Yeah, I call him Curtis Not So Bright.
Yeah, I would agree there. Okay.
Yeah. And Curtis Argenbright on August something of 2017, so a year and a half ago, he was directed to give a woman a ride home from the hospital. And on their way home, of course, she's not in handcuffs because she's not being arrested, right?
Sure.
So she's in the back of his car, and he pulls over in a dark street and makes her take his pants down, and somehow in the process ends up handcuffed and giving him oral pleasures against her will. And Argenbright was so bold as to give her his business card after, of course, instructing her that she's not to ever tell anybody about this.
Of course.
Gave her his business card and told her to call him sometime.
Wow.
And the next day, she went to the police, and they did a rape kit. I don't know all the details. You can probably look it up because there's been a lot of articles about it. And he was arrested and posted a bond. And in November, he took a plea bargain. He was charged, of course, with felony sexual assault. He was charged with misconduct by a person of trust. Right? This is a police officer in uniform. He was charged with false imprisonment for handcuffing her. He was charged with a lot of things.
Okay.
Felonies.
Yes.
And so after a year of prosecution, just before his trial, he was scheduled for trial recently, he took a plea bargain with the 17th Judicial District Attorney. And that plea bargain was for official misconduct, misdemeanor sex assault, and 90 days in jail.
Wow. And that's
so
the same.
Curtis Argenbright is the arresting officer for the Great Sidewalk Chalk Caper of 2014.
So the guy who arrested you for writing with chalk on the sidewalk, the reason you're in jail right now, talking to me at jail, is because you put chalk on the ground and wrote something the police didn't like, so they kidnapped you.
I will make a pig wail and you'll go to jail.
Make what?
I drew an 8-foot wide pot-bellied pig on its back, crying into a giant puddle of tears with a Westminster police badge, emblazoned it with 2-foot-high letters reading, "Make a pig wail and you'll go to jail," in front of the mayor's office.
And that landed you in jail. And the crime is what? Vandalism? What are they claiming?
The charges, that was my first public protest.
Yeah.
And it took a long time for me to get to that point.
Yeah.
The background for this is that Westminster police were just bugging the fuck out of me, man. And I, in October of 2013, they went in my house without a warrant and removed a woman that was staying there as my guest because she had just been beaten up.
Sure.
By her husband, by her man, not her husband, her man. And And they had me in jail for stealing a car that I had never driven, and it was actually not even ever stolen. So they used the landlord's key, they snuck in, and then this was like the last straw for me. And I demanded an internal investigation, and they told me in writing, I have no desire to fill in any blanks on what occurred. And I desired to fill in the blanks. So I found a big blank piece of sidewalk in front of City Hall, and I filled it in.
Okay.
So that was my first public protest.
So what was the charge?
Charges.
Okay.
Yeah. I was charged with 4 charges. I was charged with marking a park structure. I was charged with graffiti vandalism. I was charged with criminal mischief causing damage to public property valued under $500. And yes, they asked for $286 in restitution for the cleanup. And my favorite charge to date, and keep in mind I've now had like over 120 charges in 5 years, and to date, my favorite charge ever is tampering with public property with intent to annoy. And when the judge read me my charges, I just stopped and looked at him and I said, well, of course I intended to annoy. That's how it works. If you're not annoying, you're not protesting. Those were my charges.
Say that last one again, because say the last one again, the charge.
The charge was tampering with public property with intent to annoy.
With intent to annoy. That's written in the law somewhere?
Yeah, it's one of the Westminster codes.
Oh,
So
it's an ordinance or some nonsense?
Subsections to tampering with public property. And one of them is with intent to annoy. I just intended to annoy.
Hey, Eric, did you have a jury for this trial by chance?
As a matter of fact, I had a year and a half of prosecution on that case before Westminster Judge Paul Basso dismissed the case as protected speech.
Sure.
Yeah, and so what I'm in here for right now are for 2 other chalk events that happened shortly after that. The differentiating factor between the Great Sidewalk Chalk Caper of 2014 and the liquid chalk capers of 2014 are the fact that I had liquefied the chalk and applied it with a brush. And that got me 90 days.
It's still chalk, though, right?
Yeah, chalk.
Like it rinses away?
Yeah, chalk is an ionic salt. It fully dissociates in water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen lots of other activists, like Damo and Pete Air. They would do chalking campaigns. I've never seen them get arrested for it.
Yeah, hashtag Chalk America with Eric capitalized, please.
I still...
Eric...
What?
Chalk America.
So you're sitting in a cage because you put chalk on a sidewalk.
I am, yeah. Mm-hmm. One of my chalk phrases that I'm incarcerated for was "Why?" ? Because you think I can't! !
Wow, man. Wow.
I can't.
So, how is this not a political persecution? I mean, you honestly
It is
didn't...
absolutely a political persecution. Yeah, I'm a political prisoner for free speech. That's correct.
What do you say to people who, because I get at least 30 of these a day, if you just obey the law and respect police, you have nothing to worry about?
Hashtag fuck obey.
What?
Hashtag fuck obey.
Have sex what?
Hashtag fuck obey. That's my protest against James Freeman's just obey hashtag.
Oh, just obey. And you said...
Yes. I said fuck obey.
Oh, my God. Okay. Eric, I mean, so how dangerous is it inside there for you? Is it dangerous at all?
I think that it could be very dangerous. I'll tell you about July 14th of 2017.
Mm-hmm.
My counterpart, Adrian Brown, was they broke his hand. They tossed him in a rubber room. Then they came into the rubber room, held a taser to his eyeballs, kicked him into a restraint chair, strapped him down, covered his face, and proceeded to verbally torture him for 4.5 hours.
Okay.
And I have the jailhouse videos for this, as well as the police reports.
Mm-hmm.
It took me a long time and a lot of money to get them.
Mm-hmm.
And then what they did is they put him on a medical suicide isolation hold for 5 days while his bruises healed. And they never told him in that whole time that actually what they were doing was they were taking him down to booking to book him on new charges.
Mm-hmm.
And he was expected to be released. He was doing 48 hours for contempt. And the Adams County Sheriff's Office policy for 24 and 48 hour, less than 48 hour contempt holds is hour for hour. So he was to be released at 1 o'clock. And at 1 o'clock, they told him that, oh, well, you didn't sign your booking paperwork, so you didn't get booked until 5 o'clock. And that's not what the rule says, of course. What they didn't tell him is they were waiting for the warrant to rearrest him. And so they beat him, and they know just how to apply bruises in such a way that if you're on a suicide isolation watch with no clothes on, and you can't communicate to the outside world to let them know that you've been beaten up, that by the time you get out, your bruises are gone, and there's no evidence.
Okay.
So you asked, how dangerous is it for me in here?
Mm-hmm.
Considering that story, it could be very dangerous for me, which is why I think it's important that people do not call the Adams County Sheriff's Office and ask for a welfare check on me. Certainly do not call them incessantly. Do not call and ask for that fat fucking Sal Lavana Sailor whose sons are corrupt cops in Westminster, Colorado. Don't do any of those things.
Okay. Don't call the sheriff's office.
Definitely don't call the sheriff's office. That's my official statement. I can't control what you people do.
I got you. So you hear that, everyone that's listening right now? Do not call the sheriff's office insensibly asking about Eric Brandt's welfare.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my official instructions to the world. I don't expect you people to take me too seriously. Nobody ever has. So,
I have.
So, hey, I think that it's my opinion that welfare checks do keep people safe.
Now, should they not be calling the sheriff's office or not be calling the jail?
And certainly should not be calling the county attorney, Heidi Miller, either.
So definitely should not be calling the sheriff's office, the jail, or the attorney.
Right.
Who's the attorney they should not call?
They should not call Heidi Miller or Carrie Booth.
From Adams County, right?
Yeah. Heidi Miller is the Adams County attorney. I have told Heidi Miller and Carrie Booth both, because, I deal with them a lot because of my civil litigation against the jail.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I don't have a litigation against the jail yet. They're working on it. So I'm going to call you right back, okay, when we get hung up on. We only get 15 minutes in the whack, and there's nobody in line for the phone. So because of my lawsuit against the Adams County Sheriff's Office, I deal with Heidi Miller and Carrie Booth quite a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And if they are just being nice to me to blow smoke up my skirt, then they deserve an Emmy Award, because they're doing a great job of it. So if you guys don't follow my instructions and you do, in fact, call Heidi Miller or Carrie Booth, then please at least be respectful to them, because they've always been respectful to me.
What should they not say to them?
Oh, they should definitely not call the jail and tell Lavana Sailor that she's a fat bitch with corrupt sons.
What's that name?
Definitely not do that. Lavana Sailor.
They should not tell Lavana Sailor she's a fat C-word with corrupt sons.
Foul. Yeah.
Okay. What else should they not? What else should they not tell the prosecutors?
Hello, you have a call at no expense to you from
Eric Brandt,
an inmate at Adams County Detention Center. To accept this call, press or say 5. This call will be recorded and subject to monitoring at any time. Thank you for using IC Solutions. You may begin speaking now.
Hello.
Hey, sir.
So yeah, Where did we leave off?
So when they don't call the Adams County District Attorneys, they should not tell them what.
No, no, not the district. Well, if you call the district attorney, you should definitely complain about Curtis Argenbricht's bullshit sentence.
Okay.
Right? That's the district attorney, which would be the 17th Judicial District.
Okay.
But the Adams County, Colorado County Attorney is Heidi Miller, and her associate deputy county attorney is Carrie Booth.
So when
and
people... Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I have to tell you, I'm very harsh on public servants that are not towing the line, and I'm not as quick to commend people who are doing it right. I put it in your room. In your room, buddy. Sorry. I'm not as quick to commend people that I think are doing a good job, and I will tell you publicly right now that it is my official position that Heidi Miller and Carrie Booth are two of the most genuine, pleasant, helpful, and appropriate public servants I've ever experienced in my life. I think that if they're blowing smoke up my skirt just to keep me happy in the hopes that I can fail my litigation with them, then they deserve an Emmy Award because they're doing that good of a job. And so I would say that if people do call the county attorney's office, that please be respectful and pleasant with them, because they actually do have some power and authority to ensure that I'm properly cared for while I'm in here.
All right. So the county attorneys are good women.
Treated with respect because they've always been respectful to me.
Okay, so all right. So, all jokes aside, you should call the county attorneys and thank them for what they're doing then.
I think that people should do that. I think that they need to know that people are recognizing their good work.
Yeah.
I realize that their position is to protect the interests of the county. But, in our adversarial system, this is a civil system, right? And remember that any physical custodial arrest is an act of violence, and it's the antithesis of a free society.
That's right.
Right? And
right.
A free society is not a society without conflict. A free society is a society that manages conflict in appropriate, civil, nonviolent ways. And I think that Heidi Miller and her team are doing that. I admire their work. They are protecting the interests of the county. They're not helping me. They're not like giving me stuff. They're representing their client.
Sure.
There's no question about that.
Who's their client?
But I think their client is the county.
Right. So there's no real plaintiff.
Well, they're the defendants, but
who's the defendant?
I'm the plaintiff. But keep in mind, the county attorney does not have anything to do with prosecution.
Okay.
Right. She's the civil liabilities attorney.
Okay.
So the district attorney has to do with prosecutions in county and district court.
Mm-hmm.
And the Westminster municipal prosecutor, Mark Brostrom, who's the biggest crybaby bitch I think I've ever met in my life.
Most prosecutors are.
Yeah, and if you ever do anything that I ask you to do, then please do call the Westminster, Colorado prosecuting attorney and tell him that he's a crybaby bitch.
Okay. What's his name?
Mark Brostrom.
Okay.
Oh my God, you should see him in court. He is such a crybaby. I have always complied with the judge's orders, and I have always been respectful to that staff. I have performed my obligation as a citizen, even under this duress.
I bet.
With dignity and respect. And
So-
Mark Brostrom cries a fucking river every time a feather falls off of his fucking head.
Yeah. He's a sadist, right? Hardcore?
Oh, he's not even a sadist. He's just a crybaby.
Okay.
He thinks that this is the crime of the century, for fuck's sake. As a matter of fact, I posted a video, it's an audio from the appellate judge,
Yeah.
Judge Welling.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and he told Mark Brostrom, he says, I find your characterization of this as the crime of the century to be disturbing.
Right.
I watched that video, Mr. Brostrom.
Mm-hmm.
You've killed a lot of trees trying to justify those officers' actions, and there is nothing that could justify their actions. Their behavior was appalling.
He tried, though, right?
Oh, he tried, and here I sit.
I don't understand how they do that stuff in good faith. Do you have to, like, throw away all your morals to be a prosecuting attorney?
No, you don't. As a matter of fact, there are a number of prosecuting attorneys out there, quite frankly, that I have respect for. In Denver, there's a prosecuting attorney by the name of Mr. Whitfield.
Mm-hmm.
I have never seen Mr. Whitfield go at somebody's throat. He does his job. I think that he genuinely is interested in. I think that he's genuinely interested in the justice for the victims. I think he's genuinely interested in justice for the defendant. And I think that when he says, Your Honor, the people's position is this, that he believes that the defendant is part of the people. So, no, I don't think you have to give up your soul to become a prosecuting attorney.
Is he the exception or the rule?
Soul to become a prosecuting. Oh, he's the exception.
Okay. So, let's not go to a third segment of this. What's the most important things we could say with the little bit of time we have?
What's the most important what?
What's the most important things you want to get out with the little bit of time we have left?
I would like to get out that because I cannot order commissary this week, because I can't log into the commissary kiosk, and because it's the holidays, they are doing a holiday package, and AK Lady is coordinating that.
Okay.
So if anybody wants to contribute towards that end, I have enough money for phone calls right now, but I am in need next week of some soap, and I need envelopes and stamps because I have started to receive some letters. I'd like to do a shout out to Tony and Lynn and Donald and Roxanne. I received letters from them last night. And I will be responding to each of those letters. My challenge is to receive 90 letters in 90 days and to respond to every one of them.
There you go.
So I can use stamps and envelopes to that end. And, of course, ramen noodles and Snickers are always appreciated.
Now, I mean, do we physically send that to you, or how do we get that for you?
No, if they were to send word to AK Lady about that and coordinate with her rather than the limit is like $75, right? But rather than having 70 people buy an item for $1 and then, like end up with 70 ramen noodles, I think that it's more effective, and that has to be done basically by tomorrow night. If they coordinate with AK Lady, she's got a PayPal account or whatever, and she can do a single order. And she kind of knows what I need.
Do you happen to know her PayPal email address so people can give her some cash?
I don't know it off the top of my head.
I'll ask her because I just saved her number in my phone yesterday.
Yeah, she. My PayPal account is paypal.me/fuckcopsguy, and they have access to that as well.
Oh, okay. Fuck Cops Guy. PayPal.com/.
No, PayPal.me.
PayPal.me/fuck-cops-guy.
Correct.
That's beautiful. Throw Eric a $1, $2, $5, $10, whatever you can. And you're saying things are going decent in there, right? So far?
They're going decent. Somebody had posted something about me being suicidal after a visit with Regan the other day.
Right.
And so I came very dangerously close to suddenly being on that, isolation medical hold.
Right.
So I'm doing a daily check-in with AK Lady to make sure that I'm not on a non-communication hold of some kind. I'm absolutely not interested in harming myself. I have too much good litigation against this county.
I made a video New Year's Eve about that, telling people that.
Oh, did you? Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you. do think that it's important that we support people that are in jail. I think jail support and court support are the two number one things that help keep a person going. I think it's important to know that if you're in the Adams County, Colorado jail, if you're indigent, you get exactly 2 envelopes and exactly 4 sheets of paper and a teeny tiny little bar of soap and a teeny tiny little thing of toothpaste and a teeny tiny little thing of shampoo per week. And that is it.
Per week?
4 fucking sheets of paper. What the fuck is wrong with those people?
You can't request more paper?
No.
Oh, so everything else is you got to buy it?
If you're indigent, you can't buy it.
Right. So,
right, if you're not indigent, you have to buy paper. You have to buy their paper. Like I came in with
so
envelopes and legal envelopes, and they cut the glue strips off of it so that I couldn't use them, and then I would be required to buy their paper. And they even kept my blank paper.
Wow.
So I came in with paper, but I have to buy their paper on the commissary. Oh yeah, envelope stamped paper.
What are they charging for paper?
Believe me, I'm generous. It's like $3 for a pad of paper. And believe me, I'm very generous with my paper with my fellow inmates that don't get 4 fucking sheets a week.
So
4 sheets of paper. Paper costs half a penny a sheet.
It's a business within a business within a business.
Oh yeah. And the food here is the absolute worst food of any jail in the state, I assure you. And they used to have a contract with Airmark, and the food was the worst in the state when they had the contract with Airmark, and then Airmark didn't renew their contract 2 years ago. They pulled out. And now that Adams County is doing their own food, it got even worse.
What kind of food they giving you?
So, for example, if I've got a video visit scheduled with somebody after 7 o'clock in the evening, if somebody does one of those, I will save my dinner that night, and I will show people what dinner looks like here. Dinner is exactly the same every night. It is a paper bag with 4 sheets of dry bread. Sheets. But it's not a sheet. It's a, you know what I mean. Slice of dry bread. 4 sheets. And a little plastic tube of peanut butter, and a little plastic tube of jelly, and a single slice of sandwich cheese, and a single slice of up to 40% water-added meat product bologna, and 3 small cream-filled cookies, and a packet of clear juice mix. And that's dinner every single day.
That's dinner every day. A peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Every day.
And a dry-ass bologna sandwich. And some juice mix.
Yeah. And 3 little cookies.
That's what you've had for dinner for the last 9 days.
Yeah.
Man, I would break out of the jail like the Kool-Aid man if that was me.
You can't break out of the jail. They just replaced all the windows with this fucking multi-layer Lexan.
I'm saying I would just try to run into the wall until it actually broke.
Right. Yeah, that's dinner in a paper sack every day.
That's what you've eaten for dinner every single day?
Every single day. And sometimes you get it for lunch, too.
Holy crap. That's like the most shocking thing you've told me.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
all right.
I appreciate your time. I would like to ask you if you can, I think that Janet Matson would be a good interview for you.
Okay.
She's the woman that's been feeding the homeless on the 16th Street Mall for 5 years.
Janet Matson, reach out to me.
Janet Matson.
Regan, hook me up with her, whoever. Missy.
If I talk to Janet, I will give her your phone number if that's all right with you.
Give anybody you want my phone number, man. I trust you, and hang in there, my man. I'm sorry about the food. I'm sorry that you're even in there. We all love you out here, brother.
Thank you. Let me give you one final note.
Sure.
Cut us off. 2019 is the year of the finger.
Okay.
So remember that a finger a day keeps the popo away.
My finger's up, sir.
Outstanding. Mine is too.
Be careful.
Thank you.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.
Yep.